Hi everyone, this is Sabrina. I'm here with a collaboration with Jenn, who is Life Mix here on YouTube. I will link Jenn's channel in the description box below. Jenn had a great idea to do a collaboration using our flow books. I did a Barnes & Noble's haul a few videos back, and I talked about this flow book. This book, Flow Book for Paper Lovers, is published by the editors of Flow magazine. And it started out as a Dutch, I believe, UK magazine. The book, as it says, is a book for paper lovers, and it's filled with all types of paper goodies, all different types of paper, tags, postcards. There are stickers somewhere in here. I think envelopes. You can make envelopes with these. So it's all different types of paper. There's tissue paper somewhere in here. So the collaboration is it was Jenn's idea for us to collaborate and post project shares, either project shares or process videos on the different projects that we make using the contents of this book. So we will be posting the second Friday of each month for the next 6 months, and we'll be posting with the title Let It Flow. I believe that anyone can participate in the collaboration if you have the Flow book, as long as you use the title Let It Flow Friday. And this is so that I think that when you put in a search for flow, if everyone has the same title, the Let It Flow Friday, that all of the videos should pop up together. I think that's the idea. The concept around flow is it's a very relaxed, take your time, be in the present moment type of concept. And so the collaboration it's a very low key in terms of that. You can share whatever you want to share, whatever kind of video you want to share, whether it's a project video, a process video, tutorial. Me personally, I'm probably just going to stick with project shares, and the only requirement is that you use materials from the Flow book. You can add whatever other products to your project, as long as you're using the contents of you being sure to use the contents of the Flow book. I think Jenn mentioned that she's going to try to use her entire book. So I think it'll be fun and interesting to watch and see, the different things that she creates. So my first project was a functional TN. I just recently posted a video about my bullet journaling, and I kind of used the same type of concept with my finances. So I have a notebook that I have used forever, and it's just, this is my bill book. We write out, we budget for the month, we pay the bills for the month. I do this in a notebook. I have a daily register that I use, and then I needed an extra folder. We just recently, my husband and I, have started the Dave Ramsey, well, we just completed it, the Dave Ramsey Financial Peace University. We are on the journey to becoming debt-free, and so this book that I use for bills and budgeting, this is something that I have always done, but now we're trying to incorporate some of the other strategies and the other I don't know the word that I'm looking for. We're trying to incorporate all the ideas and the I guess it would be strategies that we've learned from the class, to implement those into our budgeting, into our finances, our everyday finances. So I needed something to kind of keep these three things together. So I had initially had a different TN in mind, but it didn't fit. The book is, I don't know what the dimensions of this book are, but it's a little bit wide, and I didn't want to I wanted to continue using this book, so I needed something to be able to put the book in with the other two objects. So since the TN I was originally going to use didn't fit, I thought to just make something quick and functional that I could use. Where are the papers? So, hold on, I'm trying to find these. So in here are these papers. This came in the book, and there were 4 of them, so this was the one that I used. I picked this one because of I like the pinks. I like the hue of that particular color of pink. So the sheet comes like this, and I didn't bother to check the dimensions, but it's a long. Actually, let me see how long. Okay. So it is. It's about 18.5 by. Looks like maybe 13 3/4. So it's a large sheet of paper. I cut the sheet in half. And then, let me see something, because I know. Yeah. All right, so I cut the sheet in half, so then I had 2 sheets. It was, this sheet and the bottom sheet. And if you see here, then I cut this sheet. I knew I needed at least 7 inches, which that's approximately what this is here, and then an extra inch here. And I did it that way because if you see, the scoring was already done for me, and I needed a 1-inch seam. So I cut, I believe it was 8 inches, and I did that from each sheet of paper. I took those 2 sheets of paper, see, this is 2 sheets, and I decorated the front. I used some rub-ons, and I ran them through my laminator. I use bonus system. The only TNs I have ever made, I've made by watching Bona, who is LiveLoveScrap here on YouTube. I watch her tutorial, so I'll find that and I'll link that tutorial below. So I ran these through through my laminator. I put the eyelets in. I strung my stretchy cord through and made a closure. So for me, like I said, I just needed something quick and simple enough to hold the my components of what I use for my daily finance system. So this is my book. This is my budgeting book. Now, after I cut the 2 sheets that I needed to make the TN, there was a strip of paper here and of course on the other sheet. So there was 2 strips of paper left. And I thought, great, I can make a folder. However, I didn't make the folder, and I'm okay with this folder. but I didn't consider that I was intending to fold the bottom flap of the folder to make a pocket. So of course it came out shorter than I intended. And I took the sheet, so this sheet of paper is double-sided. I took the strips that were left and I adhered them to a more sturdier, this is, the paper is kind of, it's thin. It's thinner paper. It's paper. This is not cardstock. It's paper. So I adhered it to a piece of cardstock. And initially I was going to use the outer print as the outside of the folder, but then I realized that once folding up the pocket, the picture would have been upside down, and I didn't want that. So I adhered it to the cardstock and I made my little folder, and this holds my little our money envelopes. So part of the system is using actual cash for certain things, and we do that with our food and groceries. We use actual cash, and certain things throughout the month that come up throughout the month that for example, my son needs a new pair of sneakers this month, so we'll take out the cash for that. We had to pay the man who cut our lawn, so we took out cash for that. I don't know if you're familiar with the Dave Ramsey system or not, but for gas, even though it would be a money envelope for getting gas throughout the month, we tend to, I don't like to have to go inside to pay for gas. I like to just go right to the pump and pay there. So rather than using the actual money, we will allot a certain amount and then we will write it on this envelope. We won't take out the cash, but we'll maintain this envelope. We'll maintain the tally each time we go and get gas, and just kind of deduct it from this envelope so that we know where we're at in terms of our gas allowance for the month. So I use this folder for these little envelopes. And after I thought about it, you know, I should have created a pocket, but I didn't, because I use this registry on a daily basis. A pocket probably would have been more efficient for me, but because I use it so much, I figured I would just, you know, just keep it at the back of the folder, and I use the strap, and this way, you know, I can very easily take it out, put it in, take it out, put it in. So for me, it's not very sturdy because I didn't adhere the outer paper, the TN, I didn't adhere it to, the way I did with the folder, I didn't adhere it to a piece of cardstock because I did want to see both of the prints. So it's not especially sturdy, but I didn't need it to be. I needed something cute and pleasing to my eye that could, you know, hold these three elements neatly. I decorated the front, as I said, with, what do you call these? With the rub-ons. And I use these particular rub-ons for me because God is in everything for me. He's in everything, the small things, the large things, the good things. When we're going through difficulties, it has been my personal experience that my relationship with Jesus Christ has, it gives me hope, and it increases my faith, and it helps me through life, because life is not, you know, it's difficult sometimes, and I'm not talking about anything, you know, tragic, no types of tragedy, anything like that, but just everyday life sometimes can be daunting. So for me, I used these count your blessings, the Lord is my shepherd, have faith, pray more, worry less, just as a reminder to myself that that he is in my finances, and that when I follow the biblical principles and applications of handling my money a certain way, that that he's there and he's guiding me, and his principles are ultimately for me they're the best blueprint for being successful. God knows that we need money. He knows that we live in a world where our economic system and our bartering system is with cash. It's with money. And so these little sayings are just a reminder to me that when it gets stressful or I'm feeling like it's just not enough, that he's there. He's there for me. He's there for my family, and he continues to prove himself faithful to me. So that was my first project with my flow book. I actually really excuse me, I really enjoyed it. It's cool when you get an idea and you can go into your stash and you can go into the things that you have and actually create something. It was cool for me to be able to just create something that I needed, that worked out that worked out so perfectly. So I hope you guys enjoyed. Enough of my ramblings. Thank you for watching, and I'll talk to you again soon. Bye.